This film, from the turn of the century, launched a major fantasy film franchise with over 8 movies, 3 spin-offs, and more. It was also a major cultural phenomenon for many years, and while perhaps now it is not as big as it once was, it still remains a nostalgia-filled fan favorite for many people. Hello, and welcome back to another installment of Film Friday, in which I review a new film every single week. This week we're looking at the 2001 film Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, directed by Chris Columbus and starring Daniel Radcliffe. Let's get into it. The story follows a young orphan boy who is living with his aunt and uncle who don't really want him around, when he receives a visit from a mysterious stranger who tells him he's a wizard and takes him off to learn magic at a school called Hogwarts. On the way to school, Harry meets and becomes friends with 2 other students, Ron and Hermione. Over the course of his first year at Hogwarts, Harry learns more about his dead parents and where he comes from, and also becomes a key player in the school sports team for Quidditch. Eventually, he discovers that there is a magical stone, the Philosopher's Stone, hidden somewhere at Hogwarts, and that the Dark Lord Voldemort is trying to find it with the aid of one of the professors named Quirrell. Ultimately, Harry discovers the stone and is confronted by Quirrell, who tries to take it from him. However, Harry is protected by magic, Quirrell is defeated, and Voldemort goes back into hiding. Now, as someone who did not grow up watching or reading Harry Potter, I do not have the added element of nostalgia working to convince me that this is a fantastic film, and I certainly do think that it has a number of flaws. For instance, some of the writing and acting is rather stilted and cringeworthy. The plot of the story is also rather derivative of other works from the past decades. Nevertheless, I can say that I can see the appeal of this movie and the other films in the Harry Potter franchise as a whole. Firstly, the manner in which they are filmed, especially when it comes to the first movie and its set design and music, is wonderfully atmospheric. In order to build any kind of successful fantasy series, whether just in books or in films as well, it is necessary to do world building very well. And this is something that J.K. Rowling did do well. Thus, when it comes to the visual side of things, with great locations and costumes, the School of Hogwarts and the Wizarding world as a whole is very strong. Also, while the plot of this film does not read as wholly original, and the general themes and concepts which they explore are not either, they are themes and concepts which have been explored time and again for good reason. The young hero finding unknown strength within himself, the fight of good versus evil, the seemingly all-powerful Dark Lord, and so on. So it is easy to see why they might resonate so strongly with so many people. So ultimately, the strengths of these films lie more in the themes they contain and the world in which they take place, rather than the individual plot lines or the specific aspects of characters. With that being said, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to comment your own thoughts on this film and the Harry Potter franchise as a whole, and don't forget to subscribe for more movie commentary and reviews.